Hello my dear viewers, hope you all are doing fine. Today I am here with this topic that how to get rid of the stress related to examination or study stress. Okay. Now the thing is that these days more or less we are approaching our exams. Okay. If you are parents also, then also this video is going to be very much helpful for you. If you are teachers, then also again it will be much more helpful and useful for you. If you are a student, mainly the board examinees, like after class 10 we have some board exams, and after class 12 also we do have generally. So if you are aspiring those type of exams, or you are going to appear for such exams, then also it will be very much helpful and useful for you. Okay, we feel some kind of stress during our exams, not during, actually before our exams, like since the time we feel that our exam is approaching, we start feeling some kind of stress. The stress may be mental and physical, both ways we feel the stress. Understood? So the thing is that here I am going to share with you some such tips and tricks by which we can get rid of those type of stress. We will get relieved to a large extent, to a great extent. Okay, so without making it a delay, let's start with these points. Like the very first point is that we need to eat and sleep very nicely. Now this is the point where we just want to do the reverse of it. Like we used to think that okay, eating, if I eat so many things, if I eat so much or too much, then I will feel sleepy, my body will become heavy and I will feel sleepy, and how will I study then? It will not be possible for me. So let's eat minimum food. Okay, that is not a healthy thing actually, because I am not asking you to overeat. Okay, what I am telling is whatever amount you do eat regularly or you do take regularly as food, that particular amount, that amount of food is necessary for you even before your exams also. Okay, that's one point. Very much important point. Another is that while taking food, while eating, we must avoid junk foods or processed food. We should take the least possible. Okay, very less processed food can be taken by us, and junk food need to be totally avoided during this time. Okay, because why? Because we know that junk foods and all this contain some amount of spices, and those things may disturb our normal process of metabolism of our body, and that is why we may feel physical discomfort also, along with our mental stress that is already there with us regarding our studies, relating to studies. Am I right? So therefore we need to be little bit careful and cautious about this food habit. Another point is that physical exercise is very much important. Now your question to me may be like this, that I need to study such huge syllabus, so many things I have to cover, I have to study, then how is it possible that I waste some time by doing some yoga or meditation or exercise or something of that sort? Actually, my dear friend, this is the time that you are not going to waste, but you are going to utilize instead. I am telling you why. Because just try to take out at least 15 or 20 minutes per day. I am not telling for much time, at least for 15 or 20 minutes per day. And that time if you utilize in doing some yoga or some meditation or something of that sort, then you will feel some comfort in your body and in your mind as well. So that will make yourself feel refreshed to concentrate more deeply in your studies. Okay, that way this is helpful actually. Another point about sleeping. Now we need at least 7 hours of good sleep. Now you may tell me that if I sleep for 7 hours, when will I study? Definitely you will study. It is not something difficult, because 7 hours sleeping time you just keep apart. Other than that, the other time you give your best to the studies. That way we can do. Okay, but we always know that after a good sleep we always feel refreshed and feel energetic to do our things nicely. Understood? So therefore this sleep is very much important point. Next, I would like to tell about time management. Now the thing is that we perhaps know so many things about time management. Okay, we know how to manage times, how to utilize times, how not to waste our time. We know so many things, but still many a times we feel stressed because of lack of management of time. That is, our time should be properly managed, that is utilized and not wasted. Okay, and all these points that I am going to discuss with you, I am going to share with you. Like it's not like after 5 days, after 6 days my exam is coming. My exam will start after 5 days or 6 days and I have got the timetable, exam timetable, so let us start with all these points from today itself. No, it's not like that. It's a little bit long term plan, my friends. Okay, like for example, after 2 months your exam will be held in some tentative date. Okay, some date will be there, but after 2 months roughly you can think that after 2 months there will be exam. Okay, so this 2 months time, ahead of 2 months you can just start doing all these things, practicing all these things. Okay, that way it will be your routine and you will do good. Let's talk about time management now. Like, make a flexible timetable for studies. I know that you spend much time in your school or colleges or in tuitions even. Okay, after that you get very less time for self study at home. I know that, but at least some time can be kept for self studies. May it be for 1 hour, may it be for 2 hours or something of that sort. Okay, that need to be planned properly in your timetable. Okay, and in that timetable, for example, we have 6 or 7 subjects, okay, that we are going to attempt in our exam. Okay, so what will happen now, that in our timetable we know what are the subjects that I need to put much emphasis on. For example, I am little bit weak in English, so I need to put much emphasis in English. Okay, so according to that I shall keep some more time for English in my timetable and little bit less time for some other subject which I think that I am good at, quite good at in fact. Okay, that way we can divide the time. Third point will come about your examination papers. Now this third point that I am going to share with you will be very much helpful for the board examinations specially. Okay, because while preparing for board exams we usually used to have previous year's question papers, at least 4 or 5 sets of previous year's question paper we do collect generally to analyze and study. Now while analyzing these question papers we always find that particular 1 or 2 lessons will be there which carries more marks in that particular paper. Okay, and some other chapters will give you less mark in that question paper. Understood? Again, analyzing those questions also we will come to know that some particular subtopics, okay, is given much emphasis. Okay, for example, one particular chapter, it gives only 6 marks in one question paper. Okay, then in every year you will find 6 marks or 5 marks, 6 marks or 5 marks only from that specific lesson. Okay, and that 6 marks or 5 marks, what questions are set there, that we can see and we can analyze even. Like in some question, in one question paper, for example, it was a only single question that carries 5 marks. Okay, that means you need to make the answer little bit longer. Okay, in another year that 5 marks comes from that lesson, it is about like 1 mark question, 2 questions, okay, and 1 3 mark questions, like for example write short note about something. Okay, maybe like this. Okay, this way we can analyze, and after analyzing this we can start studying very easily and very effectively. Now don't think that you will waste much time by analyzing question papers and all these things. Actually you will learn to study smartly after analyzing the previous year question papers, and it helps a lot. Okay, again, wherever you think that you need some help regarding your studies, please don't hesitate to seek help from your teacher or from your friend. Okay, you may have some friend whom you think that he or she is good at studies, or he or she will help you a lot. Okay, then you can discuss with your friend and get your doubts clarified. Otherwise, you can contact your teacher and get your doubts clarified. Okay, it will help you understand your things better. And once you understand the particular topics, understand your doubts, and it will be cleared, then you will feel confident enough that okay, I shall be able to attempt nicely, I shall do good in exam. Okay, that confidence will come to you, and automatically your stress level will go down. Understood? That's very important point. So asking for help is very, very, very important regarding the examination. And my dear friends, I would like to request you also that if some of your friends also ask for your help regarding studies, kindly help them out. Okay, but be little bit careful that it won't harm you. Okay, like I was trying to help my friend. I was explaining something to my friend, and in the course of explaining to her, I am lagging behind in my studies. It should not be like that. Okay, just take care that you are not lagging behind, and then you can help your friend. Okay, that way you will also be benefited in one point, that you will get your things revised one more time. Understood? So that way it is very much beneficial. Again, your study table or study corner should be kept neat and clean. Clean means, I am not saying that your study table should be totally empty. Okay, now just now you have come for studies, and now according to your timetable you have prepared a timetable, and according to your timetable now it is your time to study English. So you will take the English textbook from one shelf, take the English notebook from another shelf. For example, if you used to go to tuitions also, then taking your tuition reference notes from another shelf, again taking your pencil, taking your pen, collecting everything newly. Not like that. What I am telling is that, for example, yesterday you studied some other subject, and according to your timetable you know that today you are going to study this subject. So keep everything for this subject ready in your table, what you are going to study now. That is, make your table ready the previous day. Understood? That thing I am telling means only those things that are necessary for you to study a particular subject according to your timetable, those things should be there in your study table or your study corner. That things should be available. That is my concern. That way you will be very much attentive and concentrating in your studies. All other distracting things need to be kept at bay, that is, kept away from you. Now, what can be those distracting things? Those distracting things may be so many, like your mobile phone, your TV, so many things can be there, and some other toys and all these things. These days it is one kind of trend also among us people, like if the child is a big one also, then also we tend to give some toy as birthday gift or something of that sort. Like in case of mobile phone, I would like to say that these days we study so many things online also, but whatever you studied online, it's fine. Okay, but during the time of revision for examination, I would like to request you ardently that this mobile phone need to be switched off and kept out of your room. If you are a hostel dweller, you may not be having such a facility that you can keep your mobile phone outside your room or something of that sort. Then you can better keep it inside some box, inside your box, and lock it. Okay, till the moment you finish your studies. That way it will be helpful, because if you think that nothing will happen, I can control myself and my mobile phone is switched off, but I have kept it on my table. If you can concentrate that way without looking at your mobile or mobile screen, then it's fine. It's up to you. But I suggest not to keep these things near you. And what about TV? These days, many of our parents are so much conscious that they don't run the TV, they don't switch on the TV, they don't watch TV when it is study hours for their children. So, my heartfelt gratitude and thanks to such parents. Other than that, in some cases it so happens that I am a student, I am not watching the TV, okay, but in the next room of my house the TV is switched on and some program is going on and someone else is sitting there and watching the program, for example. The volume is also low, but what happens now? What is my problem? My problem is that volume I can hear from my room, from my study corner, little, at least little bit of that low volume is coming to my ears when I am sitting at my study table. That is one kind of distraction. I think you will agree with me at this point. So those type of distractions need to be kept at bay totally. Okay. Another point is that taking breaks in between. When you study, you need to take break. Now most of you would like to ask me that during examinations we need to study so much, and how is it possible that we take break? It is possible and you need to do it actually, because if we start studying and we go on studying and go on studying for 6 hours, 7 hours at a stretch, at the end of those 6 and 7 hours, just think and try to recollect, try to remember what you studied during those hours. Okay, obviously you will find that most of the things you studied you forgot already, and you will be able to remember only very few selective things. Okay, only very few things you will be able to remember, not much. So what do we need to do? Like, we need to take break after every 35 minutes, 40 minutes, or at the best 45 minutes. Like that way you can plan your study table. That way your study timetable will be flexible also, and you will get little bit break. The thing is that set a study time for 35 minutes or at best 45 minutes, then take a 5 minutes break, just 5 minutes break. Okay, then again come back. During those 5 minutes break, don't ever watch the TV, don't ever touch your mobile phone. That is very important point. During that 5 minutes break, we need to take some water, because we need to get hydrated. Okay, otherwise we may feel bodily discomfort also. So have some water, not too much. Okay, have some water, and then just roam around little bit. Wash your face with cold water. Okay, do stretching once or twice. This way you will feel refreshed, and after that, exactly after 5 minutes, you just come back to your studies and you will feel refreshed, you will feel energized to study again. Okay, so that way these breaks are very effective, very much helpful for us. So don't ever think that by taking breaks you are wasting time. Actually you are utilizing your time nicely. That is the purpose of break. Many a times we get panicked. Now what is the feeling of panic? Panic is such a feeling that when we try to study seriously or try to do something seriously, and we are trying our best to concentrate, okay, we are trying our best to concentrate, do our best, give our best, then suddenly actually we are very serious, we are very much stressed. Then what happens? Suddenly we feel that what am I doing? I am studying but nothing is going inside my head. I can't remember anything. I fail to think anything. I am feeling some bodily discomfort. I am feeling. So that type of feeling is called panic. Okay. Now the thing is that no need to be panic at all. And if anyway you feel panic also, just at that moment, just close your eyes, take long breath 3 times, 4 times. Okay. Do some stretching, or you can just go out of this room, wash your face with cold water, have some water, and come back. You will feel relaxed and you will be able to concentrate on your studies nicely. Okay. Therefore, no need to be panicked. And another point is that if all these things that I have shared with you just now, if all these things you start practicing at least 2 months or 1.5 months before your exam, and keep on doing these things regularly on a regular basis, then I can assure you that to a great extent you will get rid of your examination related stress, and you will get rid of your panic feeling. We may feel something of that sort, that my mind is going blank, I can't think anything, I fail to remember anything, this type of point. Okay, then that panic feeling will also be relieved to a large extent. Therefore, I hope that this video is very much helpful and useful for you, my dear audience. And in this point, I would like to request you kindly to comment by stating how you have found this video, if it is helpful for you or not, and about which topics you want videos from me, because I make educational videos like this. So relevant topics or related topics, you can suggest me, and I shall try my level best to make those videos and give it to you. And another small request is that kindly support me by subscribing my channel. Like, if you subscribe my YouTube channel, you will not cost anything, but this subscription will be priceless for me, because I shall feel encouraged and feel strong enough to move ahead. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best for your upcoming exams.